Most welcome to Really Easy. My dear little friend, this is your friend Mo. Most interesting line. Actually, a zigzag course and passes over only sea or ocean. Yes, line of demarcation. Friend, those who are studying from class 1 to 12, send us your problem, your question, your doubts of any topic, any subject. English, Bengali, history, geography, physics, chemistry, biology, maths. Send us, except commerce. We will try our best to discuss those in our upcoming videos. Friend, the line passes through the mid-Pacific Ocean. Roughly follows a 180-degree longitude north-south line on the Earth. It was selected as the basis for the international dateline because it mostly runs through the sparsely populated Central Pacific Ocean. This was decided at the International Meridian Conference in 1884 in Washington, D.C. It is located halfway around the world from the prime meridian, the 0 degrees longitude line in Greenwich, England. Accordingly, Samoa, Tokelau, Wallis and Futuna, Fiji, Tonga, Tuvalu and New Zealand's Kermadec Islands and Chatham Islands are all west of the international dateline and have the same date. American Samoa, the Cook Island, Niue and French Polynesia are east of the international dateline and 1 day behind. The international dateline then bends southwest to return to 180 degrees. The international dateline also marks the border between Russia and Alaska's west coast. The islands of Big Diamond in Russia and Little Diamond in the United States are separated by 2.4 miles or 3.8 km of water, with the international dateline running midway between them. My dear little friend, the 14th century Arab geographer Abu al-Fida predicted that circumnavigators would accumulate a 1-day offset to the local date. This phenomenon was confirmed in 1522 at the end of Ferdinand Magellan Elcano expedition, the first successful circumnavigation. After sailing westwards around the world from Spain, the expedition called at Cape Verde for provisions on Wednesday, 9th July 1522. However, the locals told them that it was actually Thursday, 10th July 1522. The crew was surprised as they had recorded each day of the 3 years' journey without omission. Friend, international dateline, also called dateline, imaginary line extending between the North Pole and the South Pole, and arbitrarily demarcating each calendar day from the next. It corresponds along most of its length to the 180th meridian of longitude, but deviates eastwards through the Bering Strait to avoid dividing Siberia, and then deviates westwards to include the Aleutian Islands with Alaska. South of the equator, another eastward deviation allows certain island groups to have the same day as New Zealand. There is an international dateline for 2 reasons. Number 1 is that the Earth is a globe, so there must be some points where a day begins and ends. Second reason is because in a globalized world, everyone needs to know exactly what time it is in different places. The international deadline goes down the middle of the Pacific Ocean on a world map. It starts at the North Pole, goes between Russia and Alaska, and then zigzags between several islands before heading to the South Pole. It designates the place on Earth where one day ends and another begins. Another way to phrase the international deadline definition is that by internationally accepted conventions, it allows 24 hours later on the eastern side of the line than on the western side. This is because the earth is a sphere and only one side is facing the sun at any given time. So not everyone on earth experiences day and night at the same time. My dear little friend, without the international deadline, keeping track of what day passes by and what day has arrived, this calendar would not be necessary, as there would just be chaos and confusion as to what day it is. The time zone east of the international deadline is 12 hours ahead of Greenwich Mean Time. The time zone west of the international deadline is 12 hours behind Greenwich Mean Time. So friends, in short, ships or planes, when they cross the international deadline, add or subtract a day according to the direction they are traveling in. My dear little friends, if you get any value from this video, consider liking it and stay with me. Bye-bye.